Hey guys, I'm Dina. This is Creative Minds Homeschool. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my curriculum picks for 2018-2019 school year, and this will cover both my second graders and my fourth grader. So I'm going to just get started. This is going to kind of be a hopefully concise version. If there's anything you have questions about or would like more information about, feel free to hit me up in the comments below. And if you're new here and you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. And I'm just gonna get rolling. We have these character cards. We also this year are adding the parent cards that kind of give more in-depth information. Each character on here has a story and about why they need to be attentive or honest or whatever. And I pretty much, the back of the cards tell a definition of what that character trait is, what it is not, and a scripture verse to go along with it. And these to me are just great little reminders to them about the character qualities we need to show. Okay, next thing is God, I need to talk to you about lots of different subjects that, you know. So I have more of these coming on different topics. There are a bunch of different topics like being a bad sport, bad words, bullying, cheating, disrespect, greed, laziness, bad temper, paying attention. So I have some more on the way. So we will just be reading through those. My kids really enjoy those. Next thing is, this is the hymnal from Abeka. We're going to be learning probably about a hymn a month, and we also cycle back through the old hymns that we've already learned. So we are just going to keep up doing that. We've been doing that, so that has really been great for my kiddos. Next thing is the one-year book of devotions for kids. We are working our way through this currently, and we've really enjoyed this so far. It has a scripture verse to read each day, a story that's very short. You know, I like that, but it's short but has a lot of meaning to it. And then it has questions for you to ask the kiddo about, like, they apply it to their own life. And then they have a focus verse to read every day and to kind of keep remembering throughout the day. So that's what we're going to keep using. I also have several more things that we're going to do. I'm going to try to start doing like a little read aloud each day with them. In previous years, we've done Explode the Code and other things like that, more like workbook type things. This year, we're going to go with just Copywork, just because I've read and heard a lot of good things about what Copywork can do for students, as far as helping them with spelling, punctuation, capitalization. It's just a really good model. It's a good time to correct them when they make mistakes, as opposed to when they just write something creatively. You know, I don't want to discourage my kiddos from writing creatively by criticizing how they've written what they put down. This is the time for that, and I feel like it'll be a good thing. So this will be a good time to practice their handwriting. Everett, I'm showing you before I even told you what that is. I got these through Click, I think is what it's called, and these were from Knowledge Central. This one is called, this was for Everett, my fourth grader. He's big time into history, loves World War I and II. So this is the famous quotes from the heavy hitters of World War I and II book. So he's just going to basically copy a quote from a famous guy every day. And so that's his. My girls are going to do this Mother Goose Copywork notebook. And theirs will have, each day they will copy a poem, and the next day they will have a coloring page, and then they'll copy the title a few times. So that's what they're going to do. And can't remember. Oh, this was also from that Knowledge Central on Click. And I just bought the download and printed it out for myself. So, and then they all three have one of these. This is the State Mottos Copywork notebook. And basically, I'm going to use this as part of like a geography study we're going to do on the states. So they're each going to have this. It has the outline of the state. Where I think we're going to basically go to the map, find where the capital city is, and put a little star, write the name of the capital city. We're going to copy the motto down below. So I haven't really worked out in my head exactly how we're going to do that, but basically we're going to have space down here to write the motto, maybe practice writing the capital, comma, state name. We also have several things that I'm going to have to go along with this that I will show you subsequent videos. So be looking for that. I'll tell you more about that later. Okay, moving on, because I'm 6 minutes in, guys. I cannot make this video short. Believe me, I've tried. All right, this is what we're going to use for handwriting. We are switching to Handwriting Without Tears. This is the 4th grade book that my oldest is going to do. And what I liked about this, and there are several additional things you can buy to go with this. I didn't buy all that. My kids have pretty much been printing and all that. Everett's had couple years worth of trying to get cursive down. Just hasn't stuck yet, so I'm hoping this will encourage that more. But I like the explanations of how to form the letters up here. I like that it is more copying than tracing. And I like that once he gets going, it has like just, I don't know, I just like that it's copying as opposed to tracing. So that's that. The girls are going to use the book 2, which is Printing Power. So they're going to be practicing a lot of printing. That's once they get going. They're going to be doing that for most of the year, and then we will do the Kickstart Cursive once they get going. And this might be something that we kind of rotate through and add in. It might be something that I have them practice at the bottom of their Copywork pages sometimes if they are interested in that. I have one that's really, really gung-ho about cursive and one that's like not feeling it. So we'll see how she feels as we get going, but that's what that looks like. I like that it's just simple. It's not a whole lot, but it's just a good introduction. I finally convinced my 4th grader that it's time for teaching textbooks. And we actually did not even finish his 3rd grade book of Horizons Math. We were working our way there, and I thought, we're switching over. Let's just switch. So we have switched. And he would have been doing Horizons Math 4, so we went up a level, and we are doing teaching textbooks, Math 5. We are doing the online version, so I'm kind of printing out as we go his little workbook pages. We just did the 2nd lesson today. So far, so good. So that's that. The girls are going to be doing Horizons, book 1 and 2 for the 2nd grade. And so this is basically going to just keep them going on what they've already been learning, addition, you know, money, time. It is spiral math, so, you know, the numbers are just getting bigger and more in depth. So yeah, we're just going to keep on going with that. That's book 1. Book 2. By the end of book 2, you know, they're learning how to do very simple equations. They're learning multiplication by the end of 2nd grade. So I don't know. We're just going to see how that goes with them. Hopefully well. They've done 1st grade pretty well. Literature, no surprise. We are going to continue with The Good and the Beautiful. We're going up to level 2. And what I liked about this level is it incorporates not only language arts, but it's also art appreciation and geography. I love that because I don't know why I love that. I just really like it. I like that this has a lot of built-in reading to it. In the previous one, they had like little mini books, and I don't like to have to keep up with little bitty things. And there were like little mini books, which I bound them all together, but do we know where that book is? No, we really don't. It's somewhere around here, floating in La La Land. So I would not say the mini books in level 1 were the most successful thing that we got out of that one. But the program has been extremely successful for us. The kids are moving right along with it. I'm looking for something in here to check. But they have several that are printed, so the reading is built in. I like that. There is also a reader for level 2. But I like that some of the reading is built into the book. Because right now for reading, basically what we've been doing, besides the very little reading that is in level 1, they are reading on their own, which has been very successful. I pretty much keep just getting good reading material in our household, and they are just steadily reading it up. Stories we're gonna read through next year. They have, I don't know how often the geography comes up. It's not every lesson. They have, you know, little work pages they will do in here. They will start diagramming sentences this year coming. That should be interesting. We will see how they take to that. So here's an example of a geography page. This is learning about North America. Let's see what else. So, you know, they'll have that lesson goes through several days of giving me labeling, different things. There's this covers reading, spelling, vocabulary, language usage, that kind of thing, grammar, geography, and art appreciation. So it's kind of like you get a lot of bang for your buck in this program, and we are loving it so far. And I'm sure you can find somewhere. I'm not going to do an in-depth flip through unless you just really want me to, but that's a brief in a nutshell what that program will cover. Switching from using 5 in a row, we're going to just switch gears a little bit and try out the Good and the Beautiful History Year 1. Something interesting, I know for some people it's a drawback that this program covers the 4 major periods of history, that being ancient history, Middle Ages and Renaissance, French and Indian War through the Revolutionary War, and the Victorian era, the history of flight, and the Cold War era. It covers all of those things in one year. My thing is, we're coming from 5 in a row that has just been bopping around different parts of history randomly as we've gone. So we're going from that to a kind of more structured, it's still going through 4 periods in a year, which I really like, just because I'm not going to be stuck in ancient history for a whole entire year. The thought of that makes me go crazy. So, so I like that we're going to break it up. So we have this, this is the course manual. It has different things we're going to talk about and learn about. And this is appropriate for elementary all the way up to high school. They have different things. There's a History Explorer. Hang on a second. Okay, each level, like Everett's going to be doing the Student Explorer for 4th through 6th grade. And so it has just different things that will go along with this. Like this is his ancient Egyptian. That's a color page of ancient Egyptian things. This is going to be learning about hieroglyphics. Later on, learn about like castles. Different who owned the American continent back in the day, the French and Indian War and what the results were of that. It has different things to read about. So he will have that going, and the girls will be doing the grades 1 through 3, which is a little bit more simplified, but same idea. Let me get you a picture to give you an idea. This is their Egyptian coloring page, their hieroglyphics page. So it's covering the same thing, just at a different level of depth for age appropriateness sake. So a lot of things we'll be doing all together. Some things we will be doing, you know, they'll be doing more on their own or at their own level. This comes with the big book of history stories that will go through those time periods that we're covering. We also have some read alouds that we will use with that. This is the Boy of the Pyramids. I don't know that this was recommended by them, but I saw on the Facebook group, the Good and the Beautiful Facebook group, that a lot of people read this. And I really like that this is younger kid friendly. It has pictures in it. I did buy this as a download because I also bought the download of the audiobook so that I won't have to be trying to pronounce Egyptian names. Someone else can do it, and we're going to listen to that, but we can also follow along and see the pictures as it goes. And then we're going to read Nori Ryan's song as another. Each year you pick a read aloud to go with that. I mean, each section you pick a different read aloud. The other two sections I don't have a read aloud for yet. I'll just have to cross that bridge when I get there. This also comes with the Keys of History game that we will play. We are going to be doing some different units. This is the human body unit. We're going to try kingdoms and classifications. And I just I printed everything out and stuck it in a book. I mean, a little pocket to store. We're going to be doing Intro to Energy and the Arthropods unit study. So we're going to be doing all of those for science. And if we need more, we will just order as we go once we get moving with that. And they each have like different recommended read alouds to read. That's this. And I have plenty of other read alouds that we're going to use as we go through those sections. So basically, I think that is everything. Yeah, so like you saw, we're going to be doing lots together. Just because for our family that works for time's sake, for just the sake of being together and being in unity. We like it. And let's see what else. Oh, a little blurb about the language arts. Because my kids are all doing the same level of language arts, we do that all together too. Their curriculum recommends you pull them out one by one and do it individually. For us, that just takes too long. You're talking about the difference of 30 minutes versus an hour and a half if I did it with all three of them separately. So it is concise, but they are growing. I'm very excited to switch to teaching textbooks. I think that's going to make our lives so much better. So we will see. I will keep you updated as the year goes on as to how all of these things play out. So yeah. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, feel free to show it some love. If you have questions, comments, whatever, put it in the comments below, and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching. See you next time.